Okay, this is the Solving Multi-Step Equations worksheet. I'm going to do the first two problems with you to sort of help you get started. Make sure that you are copying down what I do and then asking questions if you still have them. So I drew a line through my equal sign so you can kind of see the two different sides of my equation or the two different sides of my balance if you want to think of it that way. Now I'm going to use my little guiding questions card. The first question is there any simplifying or combining like terms to do on the right side or the left side of my equation? Well, the right side of my equation is just a number, so there's no simplifying to do there. Over here, however, I have like terms of 3x and plus 2x. Don't forget to take the term in front. So if I use the cover-up method, 3x plus 2x gives me 5x. I still bring down that minus 69, and I keep that 26 on the left. If I go to number 2, are my variables all on one side? Actually, yes, they are. X is all on the left. And then what do I need to undo first? Using PEMDAS backwards. So PEMDAS backwards means we start with undoing any addition subtraction before multiplication division. So I have multiplication and I have subtraction, which means I'm going to undo subtraction first. So I'm going to add 69 to both sides. Okay. So this is 15, 85. Okay. My next question, number 4, is there anything else to undo? Well, x is not by itself, so I still have to get rid of this 5. So this is multiplication, so I'm going to divide both sides by 5, and that's going to give me, well, 5 goes into 50 10 times, and then 35 is 7, so 17. X is equal to 17. Okay, let's look at number 2. Again, I'm going to put a line through my equal sign. Okay, my first question is there simplifying to do on each side? Nothing over here. But I have 9x and minus 8x here. Okay, 9x minus 8x is 1x minus 8 equals 16. Are my variables all on one side? Yes. What do I need to undo first? Well, I need to undo any addition subtraction, so I'm going to add 8 to both sides. That gives me 1x equals 24. And then number 4, is there anything else to undo? Well, I have 1x here, which remember is just really x. So I have x equals 24. And I can double check that. Is my answer the form x equals a number? Okay, this is the variables on both sides worksheet. I'm going to do the first two problems to get you started. You should be copying this down and then bringing questions to me if you have them. So looking at number 1, I'm going to start with drawing a line through my equal sign just so I can see the two sides of my equation or the two sides of my balance. I'm going to use my guiding questions card. Number 1, is there any simplifying or combining like terms to do on either side? Here I have non-like terms, right? X and 1 are non-like terms. And here I have non-like terms. So I have no combining to do. So we're done with 1. 2, are all my variables on one side? No, I have negative 4x here and negative 2x here. How can I move one to the other side? Well, I don't want negative 2x anymore. Okay, I want nothing, no variable on that side. So how do I get rid of negative 2x? I add 2x to both sides. Don't forget to take the whole thing, not just 2x, right? We're trying to get rid of that variable so that we can get it to be only in one place. Well, negative 2x plus 2x is 0, and I'm just left with 1, or plus 1. Negative 4 plus 2, well, negative 4, plus is in the right direction, negative 3, negative 2, gives me negative 2x plus 9. Okay? All my variables are now on one side. Now I can move on to number 3. What do I need to undo first using PEMDAS backwards? Well, here I have multiplication. Be careful, this is multiplication. And addition. Okay? So I'm going to undo addition first by subtracting 9. That'll give me negative 8 equals negative 2x. Is there anything else to undo? Yes. This is multiplying by negative 2, so I want to divide by a negative 2. Make sure you take the negative with you. And then negative 8 divided by negative 2 gives me a positive 4. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 gives me 1. I get 1x, or just x. And you can see number 5 is my answer of the form x equals a number. Done. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 is similar, and I have 4x plus 1 equals 5x minus 2. So number 1, is there any simplifying? Not like terms, not like terms. Okay. Number 2, are my variables all on one side? No, I have 4x over here, 5x over here. How can I get rid of one? I don't want 4x on this side. I want my variable on this side. So I'm going to get rid of 4x by subtracting 4x. Those cancel and I'm left with 1. 5x minus 4x is 1x minus 2. Okay, what do I need to undo first using PEMDAS backwards? Well, multiplication, subtraction. How do I undo subtracting 2? I add 2. 1 plus 2 gives me 3 equals 1x. Now, here's an interesting question. Is there anything else to undo? Well, 1x is really just x, and then my answer is in the form of x equals a number, so I'm done with this. Okay, this is the basically solving equations by simplifying and variables on both sides. So I'm going to do the first two problems with you to sort of help you get started, and then you can try the others on your own. You should be copying this down. If there's not enough space here, you can certainly do it on the back or on a separate sheet. So looking at 11, I'm going to go ahead and put a line through my equal sign so I can see the two sides of my equation. Using my guiding questions card, is there any simplifying combining like terms to do on the right side or on the left side of my equation? On the right side, these are not like terms. Okay, this is 14 and 1r, so I can't combine those. But on the left side, I have parentheses, and I don't really want to deal with those, so I'm going to get rid of them by using the smiley face method. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18, so you can do plus negative 18r, or you can do minus 18r, it doesn't matter. And then over here, 18r and 3 are not like terms, so I then can't combine anything after that. So moving on to number 2, are all my variables on one side? They're not. I have 18r over here and negative 1r over here. So I don't want this minus 18r. How do I get rid of negative 18r? I add 18r to both sides. Okay. Then I'm left with negative 3 equals 14. Negative 1 plus 18 is positive 17, so that becomes plus 17r. Okay? Then what do I need to undo first using PEMDAS backwards? Well, this is addition, and this is actually multiplication. So we want to undo any addition subtraction before multiplication division. So how do I get rid of 14? I subtract 14. I go ahead and move this up here. Negative 3 minus 14. I'm at negative 3. I'm subtracting 14 more. So it gives me negative 17 equals, those cancel, and I'm just left with plus 17r or 17r. Is there anything else to undo? Yes, I still have this 17. This is multiplication, so I'm going to divide by 17 on both sides. And then negative 17 divided by 17 is negative 1. This cancels and goes to r. So then is my answer the form x equals a number? Yes, we're done. Okay? Now let's look at number 12. Number 12 is similar. Again, I'm going to put an equal sign so that you can see the two sides of my balance or my equation. We're going to start with this question. Is there simplifying combining like terms to do on the right or left? Over here I have 1 and 6b. Those are not like terms, so nothing to do. Here I see some like terms, but they're stuck in parentheses. So again, I'm going to use smiley face method to just get rid of those parentheses. 6 times 6b is 36b plus 36 minus 5 equals 1 plus 6b. Wait, I'm not done with this step yet. Plus 36 and minus 5 are like terms. So 36 minus 5 gives me 31. A little bit hard to see. So that says 36b plus 31 equals 1 plus 6b. Now all my like terms are combined, and I can move on to step 2, which says, are all my variables on one side? How can I move them to the other side? Well, I have 36b and 6b. Let's get rid of the 6b. How do I undo adding 6b? I subtract 6b. 36b minus 6b gives me 30v plus 31 equals 1. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that up here. 1 so you can see it. And then I can move on to number 3. What do I need to undo first using PEMDAS backwards? Well, I have multiplication and addition. I'm going to undo addition first by subtracting 31. That gives me 30v equals 1 minus 31, well, 1 on the positive side, and then the other 30 are on the negative side, so negative 30. Okay, Is there something else for me to undo? Yep, I still have that 30, so I'm going to divide by 30, and that gives me v equals negative 1. Well, look at that. They both have the same answer. That's interesting.